Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our Sunday strategy for the week of August 24th through August 30th. Can you believe that we are done with August? We said goodbye, August. Had a good time. Summer was fun, right? It was like a summer fling, August. Well, this is the week of amplified energy. And I'm not just saying that because I have all of my crystals out. I'm saying that because we have a full moon this week. And do you really think that the full moon is going to bless us without shaking shit up a little bit? My name is Andi. For those of you who are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this week's episode. Hi, hello, welcome. If you're new here, please know that I only focus or mainly focus on self-development / career, maybe sometimes love readings. So if that's something you're interested in, welcome. Obviously, the cards wanted to speak a lot this week. They had a lot to say. Starting with Monday, we've got the wonderful King of Cups and the Three of Pentacles as the clarifier. And I'm getting this feeling of being like backed into a corner. I feel like whoever you are, you might have felt like places that you've maybe worked never really appreciated you for your work or your talents. I pulled these cards at a park and ants were crawling everywhere. So ants could be significant. Maybe these places made you feel antsy because you were never really on stable ground. You worked so hard, but still felt like a bench warmer. Like there was nothing more you can do. What if I told you that time to do more, to dream bigger? Well, what if that time was right now? Do you know why those timelines never worked out? Because you were meant to lead. You tried building up someone else's dream, but then you realized you're living in someone else's dream. What about your dreams? Your dreams need to and should be built up too. You have things to share, products to make, opinions that are actually valued and valid. Do you see how his throne is in the middle of the sea? Nobody is coming to save him. In fact, the boat is leaving, and that piranha, that little piranha in the background, well, it looks hungry. Now is the time to stand up for your dreams and begin to build. If not now, then when will it be the right time? Note to self, are you ready to lead? Are you ready to be put in a leadership position? After all of these years, putting in the work, putting in the dedication, now is the time to step up to the plate. Hit a home run straight out the park. Moving to Tuesday, we have the devil. The devil works hard, but your angels work harder. What a coincidence that when I started talking about the devil, a bunch of flies kept attracting themselves to my energy. And that's what Tuesday is going to feel like. Having to swat away negative energies or negative thought patterns. The devil is our shadow self. You see, it's our number one hater in real life. The devil is the one that doesn't want you to walk into those rooms because it knows that the second you walk in, your shadow disappears. Don't let fear or doubt stop you from taking the next steps. See how these people are chained to their shadow? There is no helping them. There's only helping yourself right now. Tuesday is a good day for nourishment, face masks, self-tanner, if you do that, nail appointments, shopping sprees, new shoes. Do something that is going to make you feel good on the inside as well as the outside. Like you've taken care of yourself, you've taken care of what needed to be done, so then you get to pamper yourself. You get to have a little fun. Don't be so vain on Tuesday. You know that trend going around on TikTok? It says, when they call me pretty, but that's the least interesting thing about me. It's giving that energy. Maybe lean into your not so pretty side, whatever you think that is, and see what happens. Give her the time of day. And turns out it's still you. So note to self for Tuesday. Some people may call it grinding, and you call it grounding. So just because you might not be hustling and bustling like everybody else, Don't let the opinions of everyone else stop you from having a good day. That's all you're trying to do, is have a good day without your shadow coming. Your shadow's not invited, because who needs a hater at the table? Okay, moving to Wednesday, August 26th. I don't know if I've been saying the dates, but moving to Wednesday, we have the Chariot and the Nine of Pentacles. You see a plan ahead, don't you? I meant to say path ahead, but that works just fine too. Plan, path. I think a lot of people are scared to see the Devil card come out, going back to Tuesday, but I welcome this card anytime. In fact, I greet it with a hug, because look at where we are on Wednesday. Look at where we're going, physically, energetically, mentally. There was hardly any yellow going on here in the first part of the week, and that's because we're disposing of those lackluster energies, and we're embarking on our spotlight energy, the energy that spotlights talent, baby. I don't know how many of you are familiar with archangels, but Archangel Michael seems to be coming through here. He could be very significant to you. I'm hearing ask your grandma for some people. She might have a good resource for you to check out. You're being passed the baton, basically. And there's no doubt from your spirit team or even your real team that you are the one to get that plan, to get that baton to the finish line. Those retail stores may be significant. Do those still exist? Look at all that armor in the Chariot card. The moons, the stars. He's connected to his dreams now, baby. And he's not playing. With the Nine of Pentacles here, it just tells me that you will reap the delicious fruits of your labor. And remaining patient until then, and taking proper action, and being persistent and consistent will ultimately leave you super satisfied. So note to self for Wednesday, it's time for a plan of action. Create, cultivate, conquer. Something tells me after Monday, Tuesday, after Wednesday, things might speed up a bit. So just prepare for that. You might be like, where has time gone? I don't know either. Just go with the flow. Moving to Thursday, we have the Four of Cups reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed. And this is actually like a very delicious energy. I don't think a lot of tarot readers would see these cards in reverse as a good thing, even if you look at the descriptions. But that's not the energy that I'm feeling. It's more like a methodical energy. It's like your best evil villain laugh. Practice it. As a Virgo rising, I love a good, well thought out plan. And also as a Virgo rising, I love to execute a good, well thought out plan. And something tells me that you aren't only thinking of good plans, you're not moving from this old energy anymore. That's why they're in reverse. Of franticness, of restlessness, because you don't know what's next. You might not know, you might not like what's next, but this energy, this new you welcome it, because you know the only way out of the worst of it is through it, through the fire, through the smoke. Shaka Khan could be significant. Through the fire, through the lemon. Yeah, you'd gladly risk it all now because you're like, what do I have to lose at this point? Exactly. Only your sanity. And we don't want that. And that's why we're here. It's on, baby, like Donkey Kong. So note to self, on Thursday, at last, a woman with a plan. Happy Virgo season, babes, by the way. What's left to do with the plan but to follow through? Moving to Friday, we have the Seven of Swords and the Six of Cups. Also, not a good mix, but it's a good mix in this reading. Specifically because when I was at the park, I saw a family of blue jays. They were flying together. Not a family of nostalgic blue jays. No way. And at the same time, my Palo Santo went off. So things are clearing. Things are being cleared. Someone is moving, specifically. Travel is also significant, okay? There were like heaves of planes flying overhead. Heaves? I don't even know what that is. So that feels very significant here. With the Seven of Swords, you might go through a period of betrayal, or someone thinks you've betrayed them in some way. Like if you haven't been honest. But the reality is that for the first time in your life, you aren't actually betraying yourself. However people feel about you has nothing to do with you, especially if it's negative. They can conspire or they can come together. That choice isn't up to you, right? It's up to them. What is up to you is whether you're willing to accept everyone's choice for what it is. We're all here to fulfill our dreams. We're all here for our inner child. So let's keep that in mind if we ever feel like the bad guy in someone else's story. Katy Perry's Dark Horse is very significant. So you want to play with magic? I don't know the words. Boy, you should know what you're falling for. Baby, if you're scared to do it, 'cause I'm coming at you like a dark horse. I don't know if that's what the fucking lyrics are. Are you ready for? Go listen to that song, please, okay? Note to self, for Friday, prepare for the perfect storm. The storm where it all goes right instead of it all going wrong. You can live again. You can be optimistic again. Don't let these haters stop you from doing your thing. You haven't betrayed people because you're a bitch with boundaries. Keep that in mind. Moving to Saturday, we have the Tower. This card is ruled by Mars, and it's here with the plan of attack. Attack on all of the weak spots that no longer fit into your new timeline. Even the pen that I was using, it was orange and it ran out of ink. And I switched it to this bold red fountain pen. So, ooh, something tells me that you're so fancy and that you already know. You're switching into the fast lane, babe. LA to Tokyo. This might feel like a hard no for some, but a lot of you are ready for change. That is what the Tower is. It's change. Yes, it might cause a little chaos, a little drama, a little bit of screaming, I hear. I don't know why. But that's what Mars does. Chaos, so eventually we can create again. Think back to when you were... Wait, I don't want to fear monger. It's not going to cause chaos, you know? I don't want to scare anybody. The chaos can be internal, like maybe you have a panic attack or maybe you don't. I don't know. Depends how you like change. But don't be scared. I don't want it to bring fear on anybody because there's nothing to fear. But think back to when you were 16 and all of the different things that you wanted and that you loved. Nothing has changed. You're just older, wiser, and maybe a little hotter now. Totally ready and capable of anything. Don't let the chaos fool you. The more it fools you, the more the Tower fools you, the more the change fools you, the more you want to control it. Let it fuel you instead. Welcome the change with open arms, like I said. So note to self for Saturday. Be nice to change, and change might just be nice to you. Moving to Sunday, our last and our final day of the week. It always makes me sad to finish because I love doing these. But here we are. We have the Hanged Man and the World. These, by the way, are two major arcana cards. I'm almost getting nauseous. 1221 is very significant. Also, nervousness. It's giving mirroring energy, and that's crazy because on my way here, I literally heard Mirrors from Justin Timberlake. The universe speaks to me through music. I love it. That's why I'm always singing, if you were wondering, side note. But what you put out there comes back to you tenfold. And what you have to ask yourself on Sunday is if you've been a good person and if you're ready for it. With this Hanged Man here, it tells me you've been ready for it. You've been ready for whatever change is brewing, waiting patiently too. But now you can begin to untie yourself slowly so you can land safely. Travel again here is really heavy. The world like you've never seen before. Places you thought you'd never see because of that dark shadow. Screw your shadow. It's not here to take your light anymore because you're shining way brighter. You've paused, you surrendered, and you let go of expectations, of egos, of old beliefs, and now it's calm. And you realize, oh shit, I have to do this all over again. Take that however it resonates with you. The world here is the last big, huge story card of the major arcana. So it's very much giving season finale, babe. 12/21. Season 12, episode 21. Expect major fireworks, major blessings, and major wins. Note to self for Sunday, always build from the ground up. You never know which level might just be your favorite floor. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. If you have not already, please do not forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future unfashionable moments with me. If anything I touched on hit a sweet spot for you, please let me know. I love you so much, and please always remember, showing up as your higher self is never off trend.